Hello and welcome to April's edition of Coach's Corner. And in this episode, we're going to talk about setting up for the 2021-2022 tax year. So if you're an employed personal trainer, your gym would do this for you anyway. Your PT manager does all this for you anyway. And you just track your weekly sessions you deliver, your monthly session total, and then your sales target. But that's all gets done through the gym. In the self-employed world, this is a very important date for us, and it's important we stay on it from the start. So from the day one, which is April 6th, 2021, all the way to April 5th, 2022. That's our tax year, that's what we work in, and we're talking quarters, and that's a very important date for us, and we have to kind of make sure we adapt to it. So first thing I would do, especially in the world we're living in now of COVID going on, we've all got a little bit of extra time, sessions are not back up probably where you'd want to be right now. I would 100%, if I was you, commit and finish your tax return as you cross the 5th of April. So once you've done the 5th of April, on the 6th of April, that week, before the gyms return on the 12th of April, submit your tax return. I'll set you that goal to do that now. So how about that for a little target? Try to submit your tax return before the 11th of April. So then that way, when you go into the 12th of April, when the gym's open, you can say from the 12th of April, that's my new tax year. That's I'm starting fresh. I've done all the admin for the previous year, and then going forward, I can just focus on 2021 to 2022. That's a target, and I'm very keen to find out how many of you actually do that. So what normally happens, and I find this with trainers every single year, is we've just finished this tax year, which ends on the 5th. You finish on the 5th, and then as soon as it hits the 6th, people just carry on. You're like, oh yeah, I need to go back and do my tax. I need to go back and figure out my expenses and my income for the last 12 months. That gets pushed back to May, June, July, and you've got the deadline on the 31st April. But what happens is people go into December and start doing it. They go into January and start doing it. I've had people come to me, and I really hope if you're one of these that are watching this, I've had people come to me and I've had to do their tax return with them 1 week before the deadline in January, and they're signing up for HMRC. They're trying to register and submit their tax return 1 week before the deadline, and that deadline shouldn't be seen as a deadline to submit your tax. That should only be seen as a deadline to pay your tax. So we've got time. This year you do have time. I'm releasing this on the 1st of April. Hopefully you're seeing this on the 1st of April, and you can by the time you've watched it, you can then just do this on the 6th, and that week, the 6th to the 11th, you can just go through your accounts, do your income, go through all your expenses, do all the maths and submit it. Because once it's submitted, you'll know how much you have to pay by the 31st of January, and then you can break that down, and slowly pay off your tax instead of giving yourself an horrendous bill in January. That's one way to do it. Of course, there is a way to organise your accounts a bit better, so you move some money every month, so you always got a tax fund to go to. But I know a lot of people don't live their life like that. So if you're one of them, don't give yourself the stress of leaving last minute. Do it as soon as possible. Okay, so that's one thing. And then, once you've, that's like submitting and ending last year. And the reason I say do that first is because closing down a year, you learn a lot. A year's a long time. And as much as sometimes you think time goes really quickly, and it's important we always stop and reflect back on the 12 months and see what's happened. I remember saying something before about when I was teaching in Gymbox. I was saying it's always important that you we're in this COVID mess at the moment. I think I did a video on this on my Insta somewhere. We're in this COVID mess, but we can't just waste 3 months. We can't just write off this year in business. It's a year of your life. It's a year of your business's life. You can't just let it go down the pan. So you always got to be tracking, and you always got to know where you are. So by sitting down and taking the time to see all your expenses, all your income, what your money was, compare it to the year before, all those sort of numbers do add up, and it gives you a perspective of where you are in your business, if you're growing, if you're going in the right direction. And then from there, the most important thing you can do next is set yourself targets. Set yourself a a yearly financial goal, and you should be doing that, by the way. But what do you want to earn this year? How many sessions did you do? How many sessions did you deliver last year? How many do you want to deliver this year? How much additional revenue do you want to bring in from online training? Set yourself a financial goal, and just always make sure you're going forward. You're growing. You're growing. You're growing. You know, if you're making the same amount of money every year and you don't seem to really be growing, you might just be you're just in a bit of a stale position. You know, how can you grow? As a self-employed personal trainer, you're running your own business. End of the day, you know, what needs to change? So do your tax return, find out where you are, and then sit back and just kind of go, these are my goals for the 2021-2022 tax year. This is how much I want to earn. And honestly, it gives you a big kick up the arse once you do something like that. You know where you are. And goal setting, I know as a PT, you always see that from just, all right, on a bench, 110 kilos, you know. You don't see that from a point of, sometimes we don't see that from a business point of view of, okay, what do I actually want to achieve within this job now, within this career? What I'd really like to do in the next 12 months is release this program and, you know, increase my yearly revenue by 3 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever. And then kind of deliver this amount of sessions. So sit down, break it all down, do all the maths, so you know when the gym's open on the 12th, you've got a new game plan to kind of aggressively attack from the 12th and really commit to. Okay, so have a good April, guys. That's about it for Coach's Corner. Have a good April. All I want you to do this week, or that week, the 6th to 11th, is submit your tax return. I'll give you that target. If you can pay it, that's great, but as long as you submit it, you'll know where you are. And then take a step back and write out some financial goals for the next 12 months, some targets, what you want to achieve, and where you want your business to go. That would be a very good use of your time. With going back to the gyms, I wish you the best of luck. So they open on the 12th. I said it in March's episode. Choose a gym, commit to your gym, get back as soon as possible and get back in the mix. Get in the mindset of working, of waking up at a certain time, what hours you want to work. You know, if you're a senior PT and you've not floor walked for a while, you're going to have to get back out there, floor walking, meeting people, getting in people's faces, talking to them, getting back to that hustle of kind of getting back into the PT game. You know, it's been a while, and a lot of people, you might not have signed up anyone new for the last 12 months potentially. So get back in your processes, PAR-Qs, consultations, goal setting, and all that great stuff that comes with signing up a new client. You've got all that coming your way. So good luck, guys. Hope you have a brilliant start to April. Hope you kind of, chuck the kitchen sink at it. People will be going back to gyms. This should be a positive month for us as personal trainers. We'll carry that momentum into May. Group exercise will start mid-May, end of May. But by then, hopefully we've got some momentum as PTs, and members will be coming back every single week. And things are going to start going in the right direction. So big positive attitude, guys. Let's sort your accounts out, set yourself some goals, and get back in the gyms, and let's have a good April. Okay, hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next month. Okay, bye guys, thanks for watching.